Praise. Father God, we just thank you for this day. Ask a special blessing on the council members. We're so thrilled to have one of our members back after his illness and just continue to recuperate. Let's keep him in our prayers in the next few months. A lot of important. Asking now if you just let everybody that's attending this meeting today and draw us closer to you, use it for your will. Bless this council. Give us the wisdom, the knowledge to do the things that will be pleasing in your sight. Dear Lord, we ask a special blessing on all those people in California, dear Lord, who lost their homes, their families, everything down. So just ask a special blessing on them. And help us, dear Lord, to realize it's all about what you did for us, not what we did for you. We ask these things in Christ's name.
Amen. I'd like to thank all y'all for coming. I know it was by choice and you really enjoy being here. I'd like to say I was elected 37 years ago. So was our probate judge. This is the first time I've seen him in the county council meeting in 37 years.
And there he is calling him right there. You got him.
But I appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy schedule. We appreciate what you do for Marion County. We realize without y'all, there would be no type of ordinance or law or anarchy or whatever, but thank y'all for coming. Freedom of information announcement in accordance with the South Carolina Code of Laws 1976 amendment. The Marion Motors Enterprise has been notified of the date, time, place, and agenda of this meeting. At this time, we'd like to have our election of office.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is that time of year. If I could open the floor for chairman, for nominations for chairman.
I'd like to nominate Dwayne Kenny.
Second.
Any other nominations?
Nomination going to close.
All right, we could, all in favor of Dwayne Tenney as chairman, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, congratulations, sir. If I could open the floor for nominations for vice chair, please.
I'd like to nominate Chairman Atkinson as vice chair.
Mr. Atkinson, any other nomination? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Atkinson. If I could open the floor for chaplain.
Do you need a second because
We don't.
No,
Not on nomination for positions. I know we did have one on the other, but we
okay,
didn't.
we don't, okay. Thank you.
For chaplain.
I nominate Mr. Alan Floyd.
Further nomination? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Congratulations, sir. All right, let me come up and get y'all sworn in to this position.
I do solemnly swear that I will support and abide
Constitution of the United States.
Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the State of South Carolina.
Constitution of the State of South Carolina, the ordinance, rules, and procedure of the County of Marion, that I will faithfully and diligently perform the duty of chairman of the Marion County Council according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
I do solemnly swear that I will support and abide by the Constitution of the United States, Constitution of the State of South Carolina, and by ordinance and rules and procedures of the County of Marion, that I will faithfully and diligently perform the duties of vice chairman of Marion County Council according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support and abide
that I will support and abide
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of South
the
Carolina,
Constitution of the State of South Carolina,
ordinance and rules of procedure,
the orders and rules of procedure
the county of Marion,
of the county of Marion,
that I will faithfully and diligently
and I will faithfully and diligently
perform the duties of chaplain
perform the duties of chaplain
in Marion County Council
of the United States of South Carolina,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me
So help me God.
That concludes our election of officers.
Thank you. First, I want to thank the council for their vote of confidence in me for being chair of the council this year. Thank you. Item number 5, approval of minutes of December 10.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise? Ayes have it. Number 6, we'll recess the regular meeting to open up a public hearing.
Make a motion.
So moved.
Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise? Ayes have it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of council, those in attendance, we have 2 items for public hearing this morning. We'll start with item A. This is ordinance 2024-17, an ordinance pursuant to Title 12, Chapter 44, Federal Laws of South Carolina, 1976, as amended. The execution and delivery of a fee and ad valorem tax agreement by and between Marion County, South Carolina, and AB Solar LLC, and certain affiliates to provide for a fee in lieu of ad valorem tax incentives and certain special revenue credits, thereby replacing the 2021 AB Solar fee agreement and authorizing other matters related thereto. Is there anybody in attendance who wishes to speak for or against this order? Hearing none, I'll move on to item B. This is ordinance 2024-18, an ordinance authorizing the enlargement of the joint county industrial park between Dillon County, South Carolina, and Marion County, South Carolina, and other matters related thereto. This is also for this same project, Eddie, to include that into that one. Anybody in attendance that we can speak for or against this order? Hearing none, that will complete our necessity of a public hearing.
Thank you. 7, we'll adjourn the public hearing and reconvene regular meeting. Second. Got a motion, got a second, any discussions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed likewise? Ayes have it. Item number 8, resolution.
I'm not aware of anything.
Item number 9, ordinances.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of council. We have 3 items up for readings today. We have 2 third readings for the 2 we just had the public hearing on. Mr. Atkinson, if I could just remind you, these next 2, A and B, are the 2 that you need to abstain from voting on.
All right.
Just make sure the record reflects that. Start with item A, third reading of ordinance 2024-17, an ordinance pursuant to Title 12, Chapter 44, Federal Laws of South Carolina, 1976, as amended. The execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of ad valorem tax agreement by and between Marion County, South Carolina, and AB Solar LLC, and certain affiliates provide for fee in lieu of ad valorem tax incentives and certain special revenue credits, thereby replacing the 2021 AB Solar fee agreement and authorizing other matters related thereto. Got a full copy of this ordinance actually since first readings. We need to take action on third reading, please.
Heard from the attorney.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Quick question. In this final agreement, do we have is the fundings, revenue split in this final agreement?
It is in there.
And it reflects what we discussed?
It is.
Thank you.
Yes, something to say?
Mr. Chairman, it's a need for, Vice Chairman to, state for the record that he abstained from the vote.
Okay, right.
Let the record show that I abstained.
Got a motion, got a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed likewise? Ayes have it.
Item B, third reading of ordinance 2024-18, an ordinance authorizing the enlargement of the joint county industrial park between Dillon County, South Carolina, and Marion County, South Carolina, and other matters related thereto. Again, this is to add this EV solar project into that multi-county park. We'll take action on this. You've had a copy of this since second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise?
Let the record show I abstained.
Ayes have it.
All right, item C, this is second reading of ordinance 2024-19, an ordinance establishing the Marion County Stormwater Management and Sediment Control Ordinance to protect, maintain, and enhance the public safety, public health, safety, and general welfare by establishing minimum requirements and procedures to control the adverse effects of increased stormwater runoff associated with both future land development and existing developed land within the county. You have a full copy of that ordinance in front of you. We need to take action on second reading, please.
So moved. Second. Got a motion, got a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed likewise? Ayes have it.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Item number 10, committee report.
No report.
No report for me. Neither one. Item number 11, legal update.
I don't have anything in this section, Mr. Chairman.
12, administrative update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of council, those of you who are in attendance today. Thank you all for being here. Congratulations, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
And congratulations, Mr. Vice Chair, as well as Chaplain. I just have a few announcements. I would like to acknowledge the directors that are here in departments. We have the tax assessor's office, probate, treasury. We have voters registration, economic development, environmental services, magistrate, probate, auditors, public buildings. We have the clerk of court, building and licensing, E911. We also have, let's see, prison camp. We have the administration, which is operations, EMS. We have emergency management, excuse me, finance, HR, building and license zoning, the sheriff's department, and EMS in the back, as well as the airport. I've also asked my directors to come, again, not out of a mandatory, but I've asked them to be a part of the meetings to gain more information, also to be transparent with our citizens, with council, if there are any questions, concerns, or praises for those departments. So thank you all for being here. What you have in your packet, I've provided you with your November financial report. So if you have any questions, please let me know. This is a reminder also that we still need at least one board member for the museum board. So if you do have anybody interested in that position, please let Ms. Sabrina Davis know, give that name. Again, we at least need one from each district. Also, same for the beautification board, we at least need one from each district. If you can provide a name to Ms. Davis for that particular board, we still need at least one in each district. This Monday coming up, we will have the Martin Luther King celebration provided through Door of Hope and Marion County Long-Term Recovery. It will be on Monday, January the 20th. Beginning, the motorcade will begin at 8 o'clock. And so if you're interested in participating, please come out again to the Martin Luther King celebration and parade on the 20th. As a reminder, we will be, and as you saw over the holiday with weather, we are utilizing the Text My Gov application. I again encourage council to encourage your constituents to subscribe to Text My Gov. That is the way that we will be communicating to our citizens for different events, whether it be emergency or weather related. Please try to encourage them to subscribe as well as yourselves. We send out notifications, and I will be working with the city of Mullins and the city of Marion, who are also interested in Text My Gov. So we will try to do a joint venture to make sure that all citizens, because we're serving the same citizens, are aware and abreast of the information within the county and the cities. That is all that I have for announcements. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 13, approval of council meeting dates.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Ayes have it. Requests and comments by members of council.
Ms. Walker, what percentage of the animal shelter is complete?
We are over 50% complete. We are at the final stages of completing the structure of the animal shelter. The only stage that is left is just the front facade of the animal shelter.
One more thing to Chair. I like to appreciate everybody pray for me, and after 4 surgeries and everything, I'm doing a lot better now. Still got to go through some more stuff, but I appreciate everybody in the council too. Thank y'all. Thank you.
I'd like to make an appointment to the Beautification Commission, Miss Judy Crawford. I have her information. I'll give it to you later. Just want to reiterate, Miss Watford, I think it'll be really good for us to have some of the notices about decisions made at the Planning Commission, just so that we're fully informed of some of the things that they decide. I understand some big projects have been approved recently, and I think it's good that we all know about them. I have a request that going forward, we have some great ladies that help to maintain our the Safford Center down in Bricks Neck. And we want to have them, the trash, the waste management actually pick up the trash on the roundabout instead of them dragging those 4 trash cans all the way to the end of the highway at 908. This is being done in Centenary, and it's no issue. And for their sake, I would like for us to do that going forward. Miss Davis, can we please send letters to PDCAP informing them of our vote at the last meeting, appointments for the 2 individuals that the council voted for? And just letting them know what we decided. That's all that I have.
Yes, I have one concern that came to me, from you people out from the community about our parks and how can they rent our parks or what they can have at our parks. If there's any way that we can put out any information on what can be had at our parks and what they can do there as far as a party, or I was calling and they wanted to have a barn fire at a park, and I told them I would ask them, but we need to put out some information to what the do's and don'ts are at our county parks. It's not to be a problem.
What we currently have are just signs of what's allowed at parks, and even those signs, we're working on updating those. Some of them are just kind of wiped out or old, but there are some things that we can update. Now, in the past, Sabrina has been the point person for parks, and not all parks are people call and rent them. It's just certain ones. So Sabrina, you may be able to talk about just a process. We don't really have a set in stone process on all of the parks, but the ones that she does have, people call and request those parks.
And the only park that, they rent is the St. James Park. When I say rent, they call to reserve it. And they have different events out there. Now, these other parks like the Friendship, those are baseball fields. So these bonfires are starting up there, so, I don't know,
There,
that's not gonna work.
And in-
Bonfire park.
in the past, I've gotten notifications of pop-up parties
Yeah,
at parks, that have alcohol and certain things. It may be something that council, and I need to work on maybe putting some ordinances together, so that we can protect these parks. But at the current time, we do not have that.
and really, they just baseball fields. That's what the county has baseball fields.
Yeah.
That's what they really are. The St. James is different, but, Put that out.
But we are working on the signage of the parks and clarifying that.
Yes, sir.
What's the status of the playground equipment for Ellerby Heights?
Yes, sir. We are working on providing that playground equipment for that location. We will be hopefully having that within the next month or two. But we are working on making sure that we get some equipment for that particular part.
And what's the status of the, I don't know, for lack of a better term, looking into the money,
For the money for the park, for what particular,
the SLED was looking into,
the grant money?
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
The money was.
The issues involving, we discussed particularly about the chain of custody with monies and being handed over from one department to another.
SLED is still investigating that. And I was gonna get that update in executive session.
And the roofing bid.
Yes, sir. The roofing bid, we have a consultant coming out today. He'll probably be here around 10, and our public buildings director, Mr. Phillip, will be meeting with him. I've decided to go the consultant route, professional that is just works on roofs he's worked on roofs in Marion County before, the school district, different organizations. They're not the actual roofer, but they're the consultant who will write the bid, who will vet all of the contractors for the particular projects that we have. So he's actually out and will be assessing the roof today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would like to appoint two people to the museum board. Miss R. Susan Hughes and Miss Lakeisha Shannon. The museum board. And also, Mr.
Go ahead.
Chairman.
But I was just wondering, Sabrina, if you could give us a copy
Yes, sir.
of who we got on that board.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And also, next month is Black History Month. And I want to ask the council, I would like to pass a resolution honoring former Mayor Bobby L. Davis for his contribution and achievement throughout the city and county.
Second.
We got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed likewise. Pass, I have it. Thank you. Executive session for economic development and personnel matter.
Mr. Chairman, I also have a contractual matter.
I could try.
Also, yes, sir.
Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Let's have it.
Good job. Yeah.
I like to thank everybody for coming.
Back up in executive session. Got a motion, got a second, any discussion? We're in executive session for economic development, personnel, constructionary matter. No action was taken. What do we hear from the council?
Chairman, I think we're in the journal. We got a meeting next Thursday.